Hey y'all, Rick, Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punchwalla Garage, Fearless Services. Good morning. How you doing, all right? Today is Sunday, July 13th, 2025, year of our Lord, season number 3, episode number 194. In today's show, we are going to talk about the Great Biker Build-Off. Let's go. In my life, the 365 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas in a powerful CHUMP studio. Today's show is brought to you by Reliable Diamond Tool. That's ready2.com, REDITOO.com. Check them out for concrete and masonry working tools. Also brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. If you got a $100 head, you should wear a $100 helmet. But if your head is priceless, like mine, you should wear a Simpson. They are the best. We are a dealer. StrokersDallasMerch.com. Spire, S-P-I-R-E, ConstructionInc.com. They are a full-scale residential general contractor. Anything from your roof to your floor, your heating, your air conditioning. You want to build a room on the house, what you got? SpireConstructionInc.com. Tell them I sent you. Maverick Harley-Davidson, Longhorn Harley-Davidson, the official Harley-Davidson dealers for Strokers Dallas and Strokers Ice House. Check those fine folks out. But right now, turn off that news and let's me and you take a stroll down memory lane. Today, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 2005. So in 2005, I got a call from a feller named Hugh King. He is the producer of the Great Biker Build-Off on the Discovery Channel. He was a big deal. He said, Rick, you want to be on the Biker Build-Off? Yes, sir. Okay, now you've got 10 days to build the bike. You know that, don't you, Rick? And I said, yes, sir. He said, okay, you're going to be going up against Matt Hotch. And I said, oh, great. He said, we're going to start you and Matt out in California. You're going to ride across the desert and wind up at a new thing called Arizona Bike Week in Phoenix. I said, yes, sir. He said, I'm going to send my film crew out there next week, and we'll get this thing started. And I said, thank you, Mr. King. Got my guys together, and I said, boys, we're going to build a bike on the Great Biker Build-Off. Everybody was excited. They said, what are you going to build, boss? And I said, you know that old Triumph basket case? And they went, what? Boss, you're going to build a Triumph on it? I said, nobody's done a Triumph. I think it'd be cool to build one. They said, boss, that's a basket case. You only got 10 days. And I said, that's a fallacy. They said, you don't just have 10 days? And I said, no. And they said, oh, thank God, you can't build a bike in 10 days. And I said, no, it's 10 days and 10 nights. That didn't go over so good. So we built the Triumph, and you can't really build a bike you want to build in 10 days and 10 nights. You just can't do it. I mean, on the bikes that we build here, the paint job takes months. Building the motor and building the frame and building the things that we do, the chrome shop and all of that takes months. The fabrication, months. So to try to squeeze all that in 10 days and 10 nights, and we worked around the clock. It was a big deal. We worked around the clock. We got the bike done. We went out to California. We rode across we met Matt Hotch in the Mojave Desert, I think it was called. It was cold as heck. That wind was blowing so hard. You couldn't hardly stand up. The wind was blowing so hard. Excuse me, Scooter. I'll see my friend Scooter in a couple of weeks and his beautiful wife, Laura. I'm excited about that. So we'll be in that Mojave Desert. We rode across there. They had one of those helicopters, like a Vietnam helicopter, follow us through there. My crew was there. Matt's crew was there. We did that. We went to a place called the Salton Sea, and it's a big, huge lake that has so much salt water in it that no fish or nothing lived there. There was an old closed down casino there. I think it was called Aces and Eights or something. And me and Matt found a way to get in. I'm not saying we broke any laws there. We found a way in, and it was cool. They had these casino gambling tables and machines and poker tables and blackjack tables, and everything was empty. The tables were sitting there like it just needed to be dusted off and open the doors. It was pretty cool. We rode to Phoenix on a Triumph Chopper. I called my bike Revolution because of the song, You Say You Wanna the Beatles song. Matt Hotch did a V-Rod. He also called his bike Revolution, unbeknownst to either of us that we called the bike the same name. But it was a wonderful ride, a great experience. We stopped somewhere, and they had these big sand dunes, and they had these buggies, these $100,000 buggies waiting on us, and we rode and jumped, and the guy said, Rick, you're going to be picking sand out of your body for a month. He wasn't kidding. He forgot to tell you that you get nauseous because you're not sitting still. Everything is up and down and going crazy, and I don't care to do that again. But we did it once, and the sand buggy thing, the biker build-off was awesome. We signed 1 billion autographs and took 1 billion pictures, and you can still find it on YouTube out there, the biker build-off, Rick Fairless and Matt Hotch. And it was one of those things in my life that I'll never forget. All right, we ain't got time to check the chuck. Ran a little long there. What was Grandma Goldie doing 76 years ago today? July 13th, 1949 was a Wednesday. Grandma wrote, I made Dixie a dress. Sure you did, Grandma. This evening we went to Elk City, stopped by Jess, that's her brother, and got a mess of peas. I'm out on the peas. I don't like no peas. The Three Stooges, they would eat peas with a knife, so they'd line those peas up on the knife and do it like that. Remember that? Dad joke. My daughter asked for a pony for Christmas, but I told her our oven was too small. That's a tough dad there. That's a tough dad. Get off the couch, a motivational minute. Be happy you woke up today. Hey, at our age, waking up is a big deal. At our age, if you woke up, you on the plus side. Let me ask you this. How many of y'all are still working full-time, still working part-time, or how many of you are retired? I think you guys that are retired, you may have it figured out. You paid your dues. You did your 40 years or 50 years of work. I get it. I don't think I could ever do it, but I get it. All right, today is Sunday. We've had some rain. We never get rain in July. We've had a bunch of rain. There's more rain in the area today. Can I say I don't like the rain? All right, Rick Fearless, I got to go. I got Sunday things to do. Love you, Alice. Bye, y'all.